very first episode of Mirror Mirror. This is going to be our weekly internal reflection scan, like a system check for the soul. These messages are not going to be like your average reading. This is for the ones who want to look deeper, who want to look beneath the surface, who want to look past the masks. Because, truth be told, a lot of y'all have been living under contracts that you didn't even sign. Now, this Mirror Mirror episode is all about control, conditional love, ancestral contracts, or unhealthy, toxic contracts, and redefining your definition of wealth and security. Now, before we begin, let's take a deep breath. Now, imagine this. Every relationship you've ever had, every friendship, every job, every family dynamic, every connection had a hidden terms and conditions agreement attached to it. Now I'm saying like very small print, you know. So this is like you must overgive to be loved. And these are the fine print rules. You must overgive to be loved. You must play small to be accepted. You must sacrifice your joy and your happiness to feel worthy. Now, you didn't write this, but it's almost like you've been living in it. Like a subscription that you never canceled, or silent agreements that just draining your time, draining your energy, draining your money, your peace, draining you mentally. Now, here's a catch. The bondage, the imbalance, the guilt, it didn't really start with you. It seems like these are things that were inherited. Like some of these patterns were learned. You could feel like you get interrupted or you get distracted by a lot of these small prints where you obsess over making sure that everything is right, making sure that you're showing up properly, making sure that you're not stepping on anyone's toes. I feel like you inherited a lot of these patterns and you don't have to pass them down. Your spirit team is heavily here saying that you don't have to you don't have to pass those traits down. Now, the cards that we have laid out, we have the Devil, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Devil is saying something has had you stuck, bound, trapped, chained even. This could be a person, this could be a belief, this could be an identity, this could be habits that you may have. But it feels like it's all rooted in fear. It feels like you've been attached to something that keeps you operating in survival mode. Keep you operating out of lack. It may even feel good or feel seductive or feel familiar, but it's literally draining you. It's literally draining you. These are temptations. These are addictions. It's all the above, everything that is unhealthy for you. Now, the Six of Pentacles is saying that you have been operating out of imbalance. You've been giving way too much of yourself. Giving, just giving and giving and giving. Giving more than you receive back. This is an unequal exchange of give and take, where you're giving more than you receive. You're accepting crumbs, which I don't understand why. I don't understand why you're accepting crumbs and you're calling it a feast. You're accepting crumbs and pretending like you're full. You're accepting crumbs knowing that you deserve a buffet. Playing the role of a savior or a dependent just to maintain a particular connection, to maintain a particular identity, a mask. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles, where you were absolutely meant to build a legacy, not just financially, but energetically speaking as well. You were meant to build long-term joy. You were meant to plant seeds that last for generations. This is real wealth. This is sustainability. But you can't build any of that while you're feeling trapped in survival mode, or trapped in these conditions that say your worth is based on how much you suffer. I feel like your spirit team is heavily here saying that it's time to rewrite this contract. It's time to put an end to this contract, break this contract. You're not obligated to keep any patterns, whether it's traumatic patterns, you're not obligated to keep anything that is unhealthy to your growth or unhealthy to you, period. You don't have to keep these things alive just because they feel familiar or because it feels comfortable, even in its uncomfortability. You get to decide what real legacy looks like. So here is your mirror moment. What old contracts or conditions are you ready to break so that you can build something real? So you can build something long lasting? So you can build something that is grounded and stable and secure? You deserve partnerships that don't ask you to sacrifice everything of yourself. You deserve family that feels like family. It feels like unity. It feels like love. You deserve community and money and joy that pours back into you without control, without guilt, without games. Let this be the episode where you unsubscribe to all of those terms and conditions of the past. You unsubscribe from struggle and lack and unhealthy ties. You unsubscribe from giving so much of yourself just to keep the peace and try to maintain balance. Meanwhile, you're breaking down piece by piece on the inside. So, if this hits you in your spirit, sit with it. Take this time to reflect, to write it down, to burn that contract, to speak out loud the affirmations that help you release. I release debts that no longer belong to me. I redefine wealth in my own terms. I choose freedom and not obligation. I choose happiness. I choose peace. In this moment, you are the cycle breaker. You are the blueprint. This is your inheritance. That is your message. I hope you enjoyed. This is our very first episode, so this was a test run, but I hope you all enjoyed. Drop a comment. Let me know how this resonates for you. Remember, personal readings are available at thefilthyreject.com. And I'll be back with another one. Peace.